You're watching 24/7 Live Culture.
All they hear is silence, but I know you're screaming. All they hear is silence, but I know you're screaming. All they hear is silence, but I know you're screaming. I know you're screaming.
What it do? This your boy Josh Martin, and we're back with another episode of Who's Hot. Today we kicking it in the West Coast. I got the multi-talented. I'm talking about this brother does it all. I'm talking about acting, modeling, a musician, the one and only, my homie, Mr. Malcolm Worthy, man. Thank you for hopping on.
Well, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
I threw a lot out there in the intro, bro, and like you're like and I'm curious, bro, like
Mhm.
where did this passion for the arts come from? Talk a little bit about your origin.
I'm originally from Virginia Beach. I know you said you thought I was from the West Coast, but I'm actually from Virginia Beach, East Coast. I feel like the passion for all the arts and everything just came from early on, being in church, growing up. My mama from Chicago, my dad from Mississippi. So traveling to the South, you know how much soul is rooted in both of those places. We know how much those cities mean to the Black culture and stuff like that. So really just that. And my mom just always encouraging me to keep going and doing things, taking music classes or being whatever you wanted to be, going to little modeling auditions we would have in the mall back in the day. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
Like
right,
any little, cause you know, you're a small city, we ain't have nothing like cat. I ain't know nothing about no real big time, nothing. All you have is what you see. You know what I mean?
right.
So just any little thing that you see, just attaching onto it, trying to make something of it.
Right, right. I feel you on that, because coming from where I'm come from, in the South and the tip, and where any young man really, you kind of latch on to what's around you. You kind of like, you kind of get inspiration for those figures, like whoever's popping, whoever got the
Hmm.
most money or whatever. Like, you tend
Hmm.
to kind of want to emulate that. But when did what's your number one passion? You're well versed in a lot of areas. Is music your number one?
I don't know. When I get that number one passion vibe question, I don't even know how to answer that because it's like I don't know. I always said if I only could do one thing, that'd be a horrible life. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I always said that to myself. So it's like I don't know. You know what I mean? And I can't go off of what I put the most time into because that could be situational or environmental based. You know what I mean? So I just feel like I got a lot of different passions and I love them equally because they all just based in creativity and just self-discovery in a way that helps and inspire people and myself and everything like that.
I got you. I got you. Well,
Yeah,
for the sake of this interview, briefly, we're gonna touch on the music side.
exactly.
I saw
Exactly.
that you recently, hit the stage, with the Leimert Park series,
Yes,
24/7.
sir.
Had you on stage there, and you
Yes,
been
sir.
consistent with the projects this year.
Correct.
Talk about your experience on stage, and some of the dope work, the visuals that you've been putting out.
Man, that concert was fire. Everybody there that performed that night came with a different vibe, had a different element. So that was smooth. And when I had got injured 2 years ago, I just started getting I couldn't walk like that. So I really was just making music every day. So once I locked in with that, I was like, you know what? I gotta keep coming with some more stuff. Like, boom. So I came with some more stuff, came with some visuals. You know what I mean? And I'm just trying to let it all play out. I got some more. I got some more coming. I got some more coming. That's the thing, though. So I've just been locked in ever since the injury, for real, because
What
I ain't
happened?
had nothing. I had nothing to do. I tore my ACL playing basketball, so
Wow.
meniscus had to get surgery. So that's where a lot of that plus just life in general, because I was already still in pursuit of getting better at music and putting more music out. You know what I mean? But just having all that combined with the other passions is like the energy of the music that I performed there that night. So the crowd was lit. They love I performed some unreleased. It was dope. Yeah,
So
got some more coming. So
That's what's up. I got a couple questions. For sticking to the music. I get the sense that you don't like labels. So, like, as far
Hmm.
as like me, just going through, some of your tracks. Like, how would you consider yourself? How would you market yourself? Like, as far as like, are you more catered to the ladies, or, I saw a little some hints of some anime in your work, like, so.
Hmm.
How would you describe like yourself as an artist? Like if I was just to like
Yeah.
what you're about?
My bro, he came to my show and he was like, "Bro, you got to tell people you make happy emo music."
Right, right, right.
And I was like, "Hey, if that's what you felt."
Yeah. But
So
yeah, but if you don't mind, just dive into that. Like where are you purposefully, coming trying to come at the
yeah,
game different, or is it just organic, or
yeah, just trying to stay organic, man. Like I can't, I don't want to force, I
yeah,
don't want, I don't want to do all that, you know. I
yeah,
just want to be myself and find myself organically, let people see it authentically happen. You know what I mean? I feel like that's in the music. You know what I mean? Let the music speak for itself. You know, obviously a lot of things are gimmicks and up to marketing, and a lot of things are up to all that stuff. And like you say, labels. But I
yeah,
feel like what attached us to our favorite artist was whatever we connected with intimately that we seen. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't really like this person telling us this about them and that about them. You know what I mean? It's like once you really listen for yourself, and then you get in the right environment where the music speaks through you. That's what I just want to always be as an artist. I don't want to be labeled as a rapper, a singer, or even a musician. You know, it's sound. It's an experience. It's something different when I'm doing music in general. So
I feel you on that, especially with the when you mentioned like connecting to music. I know some of my favorite artists like that hit hard that resonate with me was during that blog era. So like from like '09 to like 2011, like Current,
mm,
Big Sean, Wale, Wiz,
mm,
the
mm,
Big Crits, just to name a few. Those
mm,
guys stick with me because during that time, like I was learning life, I was experiencing new things.
exactly,
We're meeting friends, lifelong friends.
exactly.
Yeah. I feel you with that. But I did want to bring it back, not to
Hmm.
harp on, negative
Hmm.
vibes, but I felt you when you say that you had to sit down because a lot of times, like I take that as the universe, like what I'm saying, just giving you an opportunity to refocus. And
Exactly.
yeah, and I liked how you put that into your music. And
Hmm.
yeah, man, like I said, I'm a fan, like I say,
I appreciate.
it is a different vibe. I just
What you get from it when you be listening to it? Like what you feel from
I agree with your friend. Like on music, like I didn't want to, like I wanted you to explain it because
it?
like I ain't want to throw a label of what I originally
Yeah.
like.
No, I like when everybody say what they want, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I said, but at the top of the show, bro, like
Mhm.
I list a lot of the things that you have your hand in. Just scouring your social media. I saw acting. I saw modeling. Aside from the music, what do you enjoy about being versatile?
Um, it make life fun. It make life fun, bro. You get to do different things, you know what I mean? I don't know, it keep life kind of on the ropes, you know? It keeps you uncomfortable, I guess. And they say you don't want to be too comfortable, you know? So being versatile also makes you just be able to do multiple things, you know, like succeed in multiple things, you know. Life get boring if you just do one thing, can't succeed in new ways when you only do just one thing, you know, even within one thing, there's more things. So,
I'm curious. We mentioned like the pace, the vibes. Like, I'm from the South, so it's a little bit slower.
mhm.
LA, it's a little bit more vibrant, it's a lot of motion. Does that, the experience of like being in LA, does that influence, your creative process?
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Definitely. LA's a vibe. Like people talk about it, like Like it's haters or fake people or transplants or whatever. Yeah, yeah, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? There's bad stuff everywhere, there's good stuff everywhere. But I've been able to connect with so many dope people out here. And not just out here, but being out here has allowed me to connect with so many dope people around the world. You know what I mean? And just allow myself to grow too. So, but also the roots being from, like I say, Virginia, living in Mississippi, you know what I mean? Those things also still stick with me and I bring that into, and also just still trying to grow and to see like what else is out there for me. You know what I mean?
I'm curious, what you may have mentioned this, but like what was the purpose behind that first move, out to the West Coast, like being from Virginia, like was it school
Mhm.
or was it an opportunity? Was it a job opportunity?
No, it wasn't a job opportunity. It was just I actually quit a job that I didn't want to work no more. And
Ever?
yeah, I quit a job I didn't want to work no more because not quit, but like basically like parted ways, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we kind of like parted ways and because I just didn't want to be there. I wanted something else for myself moving forward. So then boom, I moved over to LA and I had got some gigs out here, some modeling gigs, but I had got some modeling gigs in different cities. And I was just trying to think about where I wanted to move. But then when I settled on LA, I was just like, man, I feel like this is a place I could be. I love the vibe. I love the energy. As soon as I got here, I was like, cool. I'm going to LA to try to just, I could do everything out there. Play basketball, model, act, make music. Like people live different out there. Like,
Yeah. One more thing you forgot to add, bro, and I may just be throwing this out here on you, but personal trainer, like, bro,
oh
like
yeah, oh yeah.
I ain't gonna cap, bro. Like, man, I need to get in the gym, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Like, what I'm saying? Is that another way of expressing yourself, or just staying
Yeah.
like what does that do? What does that do for you mentally?
Everything is everything mentally, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like going from not being able to walk to now having that experience, you know what I mean? To recovering, it just you just grow so much, bro. You know what I mean? You grow so much. So the fitness part, the wellness part is number one over everything. You know what I mean? You got to stay right inside within first before you can do anything. So I don't really train that much right now, but I'm definitely still want to be inside the fitness and wellness space in aspects forever. You know what I mean? But not saying I won't ever train again or I won't train a little bit, but I was going hard when COVID shut the world down, and I was like, you know what? Let me lock in. And I was doing it hard for about 18 months, 2 years, but then
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Once I recovered, once I got hurt, and I'm trying to recover, I couldn't really give it the same energy.
Yeah, I could see the what I'm saying, the hurt behind, your injury. Like what, or were you that cold of a hooper? Like what was your game? Like did you did you
Nah,
have
I was just hooping out there. I was just hooping out here in LA, man. Just hooping out here in LA on different teams, and I
yeah,
should have stuck. Yeah, just hooping out here in different runs and leagues, and just hooping out with some friends, pro am stuff like that. But I definitely wanted to keep hooping. You know what I mean? Try to go overseas or just try to just make the best of it. You know what I mean? Like make hooping. I love hooping, so I'm definitely gonna always try to do it. You know, it's like when you get on that court, you just don't think about nothing. It's like free. So I
yeah.
love hooping. It's just the energy of it. It's just the meaning behind it all.
Speaking of energy, we're gonna get back to the music, but like speaking of
Hmm.
energy, as a creative, I may not, show my skills and to the level of you. I'm not an artist in
Hmm.
that sense, but I consider myself a
Hmm.
creative, and
Hmm. You
sometimes
are. for
Appreciate
sure.
it. There's sometimes, where, my energy is off for whatever reason. I'm
Mhm,
curious, for somebody who, is in a bigger city, that has a lot of things going on, at once,
mhm.
how do you protect your energy? Like, how do you, protect your peace?
It's it get rocky, it get up and down, but the more and more you be out here, you just learn your routine. So you got to stick to routine. When you stick to routine and you know the things you like and give yourself the space to grow or fall, but on your own terms in a sense, you'll be all good. You know what I mean? So just try to meditate, stick to my routine, fitness, wellness, handling business, handling work. You know what I mean? Caring about your family, socializing, sticking to the people that you love, that know you. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, and minimizing the outside stuff, the distractions. That's all. It's a lot of distractions.
Yeah, LA is the city of distraction. Uh, I know for me, bro, what helps me is community. How is that for you? Being an artist, being in music, being in the entertainment world, you kind of run across some people who, what I'm saying, may not have your best interest in heart for whatever reason.
Mhm,
Is the community aspect, of protecting yourself, is that important to you? Like, do you have like some sturdy
mhm.
guys?
Yeah, man, sturdy goddamn girls, man. Feel like I got some good close connections with some people that's like I definitely stay connected to. You know what I mean? So you definitely have to have that to like withstand the bullshit and just the other stuff that come along with just natural life, no matter where you at. So I'm good. I feel good.
Most definitely, bro. Well, yeah. I'm curious. What legacy, when it's all said and done,
Mm,
what legacy are you building with your art? What impact are you trying to leave?
trying to impact legacy with my art. I just want to like inspire people, bro. At the root of it all, I just want to inspire people to go crazy and do whatever you really want to do, as long as you're not really fully harming people and just trying to do nothing bad. Like go crazy. You know what I mean? No matter if somebody's opinion is left or right, you could be an astronaut and an NBA player. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
how they gonna say you can't? You know what I mean? Like people just always want to put people in boxes instead of like pouring into people. So the art I want to create, I want to feel like when you consume my art, you feel that I poured into it and into you, the listener, the viewer, or whatever, the into the crowd when I'm playing basketball, like anything, just my teammates. That's like I do it for that. It's that energy that keep me motivated to wake up and do it every day, even on the days you don't want to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna win and lose. You don't know where the results may come from. You don't even know how you might get it the next day. You know what I mean? Even when you're sticking to your routine and protecting your peace, you
Right.
know, peace ain't always linear,
Right. Life be life, and this, what I'm saying?
but you still got to be at peace, you
Right.
know?
Right. Right.
So just being okay with those and knowing how to vibe and just maintaining that, sustaining that is like the biggest part of like life that as I keep just getting older, you know what I mean? And I just want to put that in the art, you know what I mean? So people can feel it from the youth all the way to the old. That's the best part when you get everybody to feel it.
Most definitely, most definitely. One of my favorite artists is Snoop. Sticking to the West Coast, and
Hmm.
not too long ago, I caught him in an interview saying that when he look out into the crowd, he got the granddad, he got the grandma, he got the mom,
Hmm.
the pop,
Hmm.
the kids.
Exactly.
Like, what I'm saying, is he got something.
Exactly.
So like, yeah, so
Exactly.
I don't think that's a bad approach. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, yeah, keep
Exactly.
doing your thing. What's next? Like, you did mention that you got a lot of stuff on the way. Can we see
Hmm.
you on some more stages, or any more?
Yeah.
Is there something big dropping this summer?
Yeah. I'm thinking about dropping something big this summer. Thinking about dropping something big for the summer. A video to a song. I don't know what song yet, but I'm thinking about dropping that. And then I'm thinking about dropping my next project by the end of this year sometime. So gonna have some more visuals for that and definitely some more stages too. Getting those in alignment, trying to see which one's gonna be the best look for it all and everything. But definitely some more coming up for sure. Like we here and we building and we growing still at the same time. So you know
I'm
what I mean?
I'm curious,
So
like real quick. I'm curious. I had the privilege and working with you, on the movie set, but
mhm,
that's a different kind of, I guess, like stage fright. Like
mhm,
if you were to compare it to like being on stage performing,
mhm.
is it the same type of energy? You know what I'm saying? Like and being in front of
Um,
the camera, and then being in front of a, what I'm saying, a live audience.
um, it is. It's definitely different. It's definitely different, but it's all like the same energy in a sense, if you know what I mean. Like whatever you gotta use to get through it all, it's the same thing I always resort to. And that's the fun thing about doing so many different things. You get to feel that energy in different platforms, but it's the same energy. Like no matter if you know what I mean, playing the cello, you know what I mean, at an orchestra, no matter if you acting, no matter if you on stage about to rap, no matter if you playing in front of 10,000 people about to tip a basketball for the game on the line. Like it's that same energy of eyes are on you. So if
Yeah,
you can't deal with eyes being on you and criticism
yeah,
and chatter and noise, I'm saying you gotta have it can't just be
yeah,
roses everywhere because that's just you could try, but you're gonna have to conform your you know what I mean? But most times in life, sometimes you're gonna go through you know what I mean? That stage fright. So I love it. You know what I mean? I love it all. I love that energy. I love feeling that energy, being consumed by it, going through the emotions of it, having to battle with it, having to grow with it. Like I love it.
yeah. You can you can only grow. What's the saying? Like you can only grow when you're uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? You got to
Hmm.
make you uncomfortable. And man,
Exactly.
I can say this. You're a better man than me when it comes to the spotlight, because I'm low key. I'm chill. I'm
Yeah.
a nigga, I'm the photographer. So yeah,
Hey, I feel you, bro. Hey, you can do both sides though. That's the thing though. You know you can. Because
yeah,
I did that side too, and it's like it's the same thing. I'm low key, but once
yeah.
you get out there, you kind of just gotta like prepare. All about your preparation too. You know what I mean? It's all about your preparation. Sometimes people could just wing it, but I think everybody prepared somewhat, somehow.
Facts. Well, yeah, bro. This was a
Yeah.
dope conversation, bro. Where can we find you, man? Like, drop your.
Yeah. Hey man, everybody go check me out. Malcolm World, Instagram. That's my main page that you can really keep everything with me updated. You can follow some of my business pages, fewworthy.com. You can check for updates over there and my production page, One Stranger Official on Instagram and onestranger.com. So check it out.
Yeah, most definitely. Before we slide,
Hmm.
I did have one more thing, bro. Like for the
But
video treasure, like y'all
yeah.
feel like y'all was in the mountains and, and it was snowing. Like that's totally different, from the air. Like, where did y'all shoot that, bro?
Hey, we shot that up in Big Bear.
Real?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
what's
you
up.
you was fucking with that shit?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That
what I'm
shit tough.
saying.
That
That's
shit
what I'm
tough.
saying. Like, I ain't
That
getting
shit
that
tough.
background. I must got to catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like in December,
Yeah.
January or something like.
Yeah. We went right in the middle of the winter, bro. Right
Yeah,
when it was snowing. It was crazy. And then we came back to the fires that started in LA. That
crazy.
shit was crazy though. But it
Man,
was a fucking crazy experience though. That shit was dope. That shit was dope. And then everybody did their thing. Like everybody did their thing, chipping in to make that shit fire. So that shit just dope. We got more like that coming, you know what I mean? So that shit just I
yeah.
love it. I'm just getting started.
All right, bro.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
looking forward to it, man. This your boy
Man, I
Josh.
appreciate it.
Right, this shit crazy. Crazy.
pleasure, hear your voice, yeah. Locked into the moment, so I'm blocking out the noise, yeah.